What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most requested reviews analysis, so stick around. You don't want to miss this. But before we get into that, if you're considering a purchase, don't miss out on this incredible discount available right now. Check the description below and the pinned first comment. Now, let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer, a person of considerable height and weight, initially expressed surprise at how well this scooter supported them, exceeding their expectations. While their size did impact performance on inclines, causing a noticeable speed reduction, they found the scooter manageable on flat surfaces, achieving the maximum advertised speed. Early experiences with the battery suggested strong performance, although longer-term use was yet to be fully assessed. The scooter's smooth and quiet operation was noted, although caution against rough terrain and sharp objects was advised. Surprisingly, the scooter's performance in wet conditions proved to be better than anticipated, maintaining good traction even in rain. Over time, this client's positive impression of the scooter remained largely unchanged. After several months and extensive use, they reported a total mileage exceeding 300 miles, testifying to the scooter's durability. A recurring minor issue involved the throttle occasionally causing a speed reduction, easily rectified by a brief pause and restart. Adapting their riding style helped mitigate this problem. Despite the occasional throttle issue, this client continued to view the scooter as a fantastic purchase for casual use, providing enjoyable and convenient transportation. However, their experience wasn't without challenges. A flat tire caused by a puncture required a wheel removal and inner tube repair. This process, while straightforward once understood, was complicated by a lack of readily available repair instructions. Further complicating matters, a power wire malfunction occurred during the repair, requiring some basic troubleshooting to restore functionality. Despite these inconveniences, this client learned basic maintenance and repair. Ultimately, the primary shortcoming identified by this client was the battery life. While acknowledging that the scooter provided adequate range for their daily commute and errands, they expressed a wish for longer battery life and better performance on inclines, which they believed would make it a stronger competitor in the market. Their concluding thought was that, with proper care and maintenance, this scooter offers significant value and convenience for urban commuting, although a more powerful model with a longer range battery might be a preferable option for those regularly facing steep hills.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer, a photographer who frequently attends outdoor events, purchased this scooter to improve mobility while working. Our reviewer's work often requires extensive walking, and the scooter significantly reduces fatigue and allows for quicker movement between shooting locations. The scooter's power is sufficient for navigating grass, arena perimeters, and varied terrain at event sites, although it struggles with loose, thick dirt, a limitation the reviewer anticipated and accepted. The scooter performs well on inclines and small hills. Battery life has been satisfactory, easily lasting several hours of continuous use at a single event. However, caution is advised on loose gravel, where slippage can occur, a common issue for similar types of personal transportation. The lack of waterproofing is a drawback, leaving the scooter vulnerable in unexpected rain showers. While the initial setup required minor adjustments, the handlebars were slightly misaligned. Customer support provided swift and effective assistance via a video tutorial for realignment. The tires arrived slightly underinflated, but this was easily rectified. The reviewer noted the absence of a mounting point for a tracking device, a feature they added themselves using a separate AirTag holder. The lack of a battery health monitor is also mentioned, but understood to be a reasonable omission considering the scooter's overall price and features. The wide foot deck and comfortable, adjustable seat are highlighted as positive aspects, along with the scooter's generally quiet operation. The shock absorption system is effective, but users are advised to reduce speed over particularly rough terrain. The scooter's design allows for convenient portability, with removable seat and pole and foldable handlebars. Despite its size, the scooter fits into a car. Operating the scooter is intuitive, and the reviewer found the learning curve minimal, primarily involving adapting to the sensitive throttle and understanding the scooter's limitations on certain surfaces. Unfortunately, a significant drawback emerged during the warranty period. A necessary part for a repair was unavailable in the country of purchase, necessitating a lengthy wait for shipment from overseas. This resulted in several months of downtime and required self-repair, even with the eventual arrival of the part. This experience highlights a concern regarding the availability of parts and the efficacy of the warranty in their experience. While the scooter itself functions well, the difficulties encountered in obtaining timely repairs significantly impacted the overall user experience. This client ultimately recommends careful consideration of the potential service challenges before purchasing.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer initially expressed overall satisfaction with this scooter, but their experience quickly soured due to repeated rear tire issues. A minor puncture from a thorn, initially patched with relative ease using household items and inexpensive tools, highlighted the lack of readily available repair guides or instructional videos for this specific scooter model. Our reviewer found that applying heat to soften the tire and using dish soap as a lubricant were crucial to successfully patching the tube without removing the tire or wheel entirely. While plastic tire levers proved more effective than metal ones in this confined space, the process still required significant effort and ingenuity. Unfortunately, a subsequent, more serious tire failure necessitated a complete tire and tube replacement. This presented a far greater challenge. This client discovered that removing the wheel and replacing the tube and tire required specialized tools, specifically an impact wrench to remove the wheel bolts, a task impossible with manual tools alone. They found that the use of an impact wrench was a necessity to overcome the stubborn wheel bolts, contrasting with some reviews that suggested the bolts were not secure. The process also involved carefully maneuvering around the attached power cord, requiring the strategic removal of zip ties, securing the wire to allow for sufficient movement. The reviewer emphasized the importance of taking detailed photos or a video of the disassembly process to aid in reassembly. Throughout the tire replacement process, our reviewer highlighted the importance of patience, careful attention to detail, and the continued use of heat and dish soap as essential aids for manipulating the stiff rubber. The reinstallation of the tire, they noted, proved more difficult than removal, requiring significant physical effort and the liberal application of dish soap. Overall, this client's experience underscores the need for improved readily available repair information and the potential for unexpected maintenance challenges associated with this particular scooter model, despite the initial positive impression. The relatively straightforward initial puncture repair unfortunately foreshadowed the more extensive and technically challenging full tire and tube replacement. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Catch you in the next one.